Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Today we're going to be trying Stouffer's Veggie Lovers Lasagna, which is made with freshly made pasta layered between a vegetable medley and a creamy cheese sauce with no preservatives. The Stouffer's 10.5 ounce Veggie Lovers Lasagna costs $3.48. Here's the list of ingredients, and like usual Stouffer's meals, there's not a ton of ingredients, especially compared to some other processed frozen dinners. The serving size is the whole container, which has 400 calories, 20 grams of total fat, 7 grams of saturated fat, a half a gram of trans fat, 30 milligrams of cholesterol, 1,030 milligrams of sodium, 41 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, 7 grams of sugars, and 17 grams of protein. Out of 548 reviews, the Stouffer's Veggie Lovers Lasagna received 4.4 stars out of 5. That's a very good score with that many reviews. But that doesn't really surprise me, because Stouffer's products are usually good quality and good tasting. The most helpful positive review gave it 5 stars and said it's simply delicious. The most helpful negative review gave it 2 stars and asked why did it change? Well, I've never had Stouffer's Veggie Lovers Lasagna before, so I won't know whether it's changed or not. Now you can cook the Stouffer's Veggie Lovers Lasagna in the microwave or the oven. With me being the big spender I am, I bought 2 of the Veggie Lovers Lasagna to cook both ways for you, the people, so you don't have to. Now lately, I've been getting a lot of comments from scooters saying,
Why don't you stop saying for you the people? I'm gonna unsubscribe. Saying you the people is stupid.
That just goes to show that scooters don't understand the whole point of these videos. And scooters need to understand that this only encourages me to say for you, the people, more times in each video. And scooters, if you don't like what I'm saying, maybe the Nickelodeon platform is more suitable for you. Because I'm never going to stop saying, for you, the people. Now here's our Veggie Lovers Lasagna, right out of the freezer and right out of the box. Whether you cook it in the microwave or the oven, both directions say to remove the plastic. Now the one going in the microwave cooks on high for 3 minutes and then for 5 minutes on 50% power. Now the one being cooked in the oven goes into a preheated 350 degree oven for 48 minutes. That's a huge difference in cooking time, so I'll be very curious as to which one's better and if it's worth adding the 40 minutes to the cook time. Here's our first Veggie Lovers Lasagna after microwaving on high for 3 minutes and then at 50% power for 5 minutes. So we went in and got a big old spoonful. The aroma and the appearance of the Veggie Lovers Lasagna had my mouth watering like a rabid dog. So at this point, the only thing left to do was to shove it into my pie hole and wolf it down my gullet. And that first bite was as delicious as it smelled and looked. The pasta was cooked perfectly al dente. The sauce was super creamy and very savory, yet a little bit salty. The vegetables tasted great. They were still firm and not mushy. And I had never seen, and I didn't understand why they had breadcrumbs on top of lasagna, but it added a really nice crunch, which was a really nice touch, because it added a crunch that microwave lasagna wouldn't normally have, and usually the corner parts of the lasagna are my favorite because they have the crunchy little overcooked bits. Now here's our second Vegetable Lovers Lasagna after baking in a 350 degree oven for 48 minutes. So we went in and got a scoop right out of the corner where all the crunchy bits are. Now that's a spoonful of goodness right there with the perfect crispification. And then into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. Now the crispy bits were delicious on their own, but cooking in the oven made the flavor of the vegetable lasagna even more intense and more delicious. But the lasagna noodles were slightly overcooked and the vegetables weren't as firm as the microwave version. But one thing I'll say about both of the Vegetable Lovers Lasagna is they weren't cheesy. They weren't cheesy at all. When you think about a lasagna, you want it creamy, which both of these were, but you also want it to be loaded with ooey gooey cheese. But even without the ooey gooey cheese, both versions were delicious. Thanks to the breadcrumbs, both the microwave version and the oven version were crunchy. However, the slightly overcooked part of the oven version was much better than the crunchy bits in the microwave version. And the flavor of the oven version was more intense than the microwave version. But the lasagna noodles and the vegetables had better texture from the microwave than they did the oven. So in my opinion, whether the Stouffer's vegetable lasagna is cooked in the microwave or the oven, they're both equally good, which is why I'm going to give both versions an 8 out of 10. If you like this video and you like vegetable lasagna, you'll want to stay tuned, because coming up next, we'll be trying the Amy's vegetable lasagna. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.